Today's video is supported by all of our members on YammieNoob.co. If you don't know what that is, it's a website that I've been working super hard with our developer to make sure it's the best community for motorcyclists on the internet. When you sign up, you get access to our Discord server, which is an exclusive community for motorcyclists around the world to get better at riding, learn more about motorcycles, and just have a fun time. We do all kinds of cool exclusive content, weekly live streams, and more for our members over there. So hit the link down below and learn more about YammieNoob.co by watching the video.
You thought I wasn't looking when you were trying to rip 120 miles per hour on your Ninja 400, huh? Or when you were at the Costco parking lot popping 2-inch dank nooners. I see everything. I know everything. But truth be told, in order to ascend from the depth of base level noob squidding, you must watch this video. I command you to watch this video. I require your blood to sustain my powerful energy. Give me your blood. I need your organs. In fact, if you ship your kidney to me at my P.O. box, I will give you a Turbo Busa! And you don't even need to watch the whole video! Because we all know owning a Turbo Busa is the fast lane to not be a noob. Anyways, that really went somewhere. Today we're gonna help you stop being an unrepentant noob on two wheels with the top 10 crucial intermediate rider tips you must know.
So one of the biggest and most important topics that's pretty obvious to even beginner riders is vision. You obviously need to be able to see where you're going, but it's a super nuanced and deep topic. One of the pieces of information that I was given that really helped me understand this better is the idea of the vanishing point. Now, the vanishing point is where the road disappears behind itself. And if that point is getting further away behind a turn, you want to be slowing down. As it gets closer in front of you, you can be speeding up. That really helped me elevate my riding from basic street beginner stuff to actually being able to understand what I'm doing and how to go a little bit quicker. So not only is this a good technique for you to be using on your daily ride, but it's going to help you enjoy your motorcycle more. Maybe you go out to a road that you're unfamiliar with and you're kind of nervous, you're a little bit scared about going through some of these corners, but looking to the vanishing point will help you no matter what road you're on. You'll always be able to guide your motorcycle through if you're looking to the vanishing point.
The next topic we'd like to tackle today is body position. Now, this is a big one that noob riders think about and worry about because they want to look cool on their motorcycle. They see their heroes like Valentino Rossi and Marc Marquez getting way over here on the side of the tire, getting their elbow out there and doing all that crazy stuff. But in reality, they look the way they do because they're on a racetrack and trying to go as fast as possible. When you're on the street, you're not trying to go as fast as possible, and your body position should reflect that. Here at Yammie Noob, we recommend that you keep half a cheek off your saddle right here, get nice and relaxed on your motorcycle, hang off a little bit so you can scrub some lean angle of your bike, keep it nice and upright, and guide it through the corner. There's no need to look like a spider monkey on the street. So how does one determine body position on the street? Well, Rossi's equation tells us that cool factor is a function of the level of squidding multiplied by the yeet energy, and yeet energy is expressed as the distance from elbow to the ground. Pulling all of this together, the rider maximizes his escape velocity from a corner by utilizing Rossi's formula. And in true fashion, the rider can achieve a distance from elbow to the ground that is smaller than what you're packing inside of your leathers.
So another thing that separates the noobs from an intermediate kind of rider are the sorts of mods that they do to their motorcycle. A noob might delete their exhaust can or put a full system on. They might put rim tape on their motorcycle or delete their mirrors. Other kind of silly motorcycle mods that you can do on the cheap, and really they don't serve any purpose other than vanity. What an intermediate motorcycle rider will do, on the other hand, is put a slip-on on, and then they'll focus on tailoring the motorcycle to their kind of riding. You might see them change foot pegs on a cruiser, different handlebars, different controls, move stuff around, but they never delete things from the motorcycle when they're riding on the street. It's all about tailoring the motorcycle to their style. You might see a track rider take lights off because they're turning it into a race bike, but on the street, you always want to leave that stuff on there. Noobs will just pull stuff off the motorcycle for no reason because they think it looks cool.
The next point we're talking about on today's video is Hiviz. Now this is a bit of a controversial topic depending on who you ask, but the Noob rider believes that in order to be safe, they gotta wear a banana suit, some sort of Hiviz full-on arrow stitch jacket or something like that. But truth be told, the intermediate rider knows that the name of the game here is contrast. What you wanna do is create differences in color so that people will see you relative to the other colors you're wearing. So for me, for example, most of my jackets are dark and my helmets are white, or my helmet is dark and my jackets are light. That way people see two different colors. Another point we want to make today is that wearing high-vis or contrasting colors just simply isn't enough. The Noob rider believes that by being seen on the road, he's going to be safe. But we here in Yammie Noob say that taking an active instead of a passive approach to your safety is your best bet. Combine contrasting colors on your motorcycle with a quality defensive riding style to make sure you're safe on the road.
Now, the next thing that separates a beginner rider from an intermediate rider is how they behave in traffic. A beginner rider is probably used to sitting in one spot on the road because they're almost acting like a car. They're not used to riding their motorcycle and being able to move from side to side. On a motorcycle, you're a lot more nimble and you're a lot smaller than a car is, which means that you have the ability to choose where you want to go a little bit faster. Now, this allows you to constantly be making progress through traffic. You want to always be swimming upstream as if you're like a salmon going to spawn and you want to avoid rocks and bears. Now, we're not saying that you should be weaving through traffic like some sort of weird stunt squid, but we are saying that you don't want to just stay in one spot. Because when you're staying in one spot, you're more vulnerable. If you can keep moving, you're a little bit safer. This is especially more important in a place like a city where you're in a slower speed environment where cars can creep up on you just that little bit easier. It's more important to keep yourself going there so you don't get hit from behind. And this is a thing that you're going to pick up as you get more used to riding, but it's one of those things that really does separate a beginner from an intermediate rider.
The next item on today's list is slow speed parking lot maneuvers. Now, you might think this is a noob thing to really learn and practice, but the intermediate rider knows how to do a couple things. They know how to do quick U-turns in a parking lot, make sure they can go out of somewhere without waddling and keeping their feet up. Now, we don't recommend that you become some sort of Moto Kana or expert level parking lot warrior, but it is nice to have some fundamental slow speed skills as an intermediate rider. The intermediate rider knows that while it's important to have the basics of basics mastered in the parking lot, they really spend more time practicing things at speed. It's important to understand what your motorcycle is going to do when you're actually going through a corner and guiding it through at 40 or 50 miles per hour as opposed to 2 miles per hour here in the parking lot. But the most important thing I want to stress is the stability and the ability to guide your bike at any speed.
All right, you guys ready to head out on this group ride? You got any questions before we get started?
Oh yeah, can we do wheelies?
No, you can't.
Wait, can I lead?
No, you can't.
Can we ride side by side like those motorcycle cops?
No, you can't.
Speaking of cops, are we allowed to speed?
Come on, man, no.
Okay, so if he can't lead, can I lead?
Jesus, no. So obviously there were a couple of problems there. The main thing that I want to communicate here is you want to ride staggered. That means that the bike in front is off to the left and the bike behind is on the right. That allows you to turn and not wind up on top of each other. Next thing, please pass signals back. If the bike in front of you tells you to tap your head, send it back so the guy behind you knows that there's a cop ahead. And lastly, ride your own ride. This is a huge one. You need to make sure that you're not pushing yourself to keep up with the group. Any good ride leader is going to stop at every major intersection to make sure they can regroup the entire team. Do you guys have any more stupid questions, or can we please go?
No, we can head out.
All right, awesome. Let's mount up and get out of
Oh,
here.
wait, really quick, I need to grab gas.
Oh my God. And finally, for the love of God, please show up with a full gas tank.
The next point we want to talk about is maintenance. If you're a beginner rider, you're probably starting to get familiar with maybe changing your oil, maybe doing a couple things here and there, but the intermediate rider is going to know how to familiarize themselves with their motorcycle and how to do the basic maintenance procedures, but beyond that, they know when to call it quits. The most important thing you can do is know your limits when it comes to maintenance on your bike. If it's your only bike and you actually do need it to run and you want to enjoy it and have fun with it, it's best to know when to take it to a mechanic. If you're fiddling with something like valves or something a little bit more in-depth, take it to a mechanic if you're not sure of it, or get a project bike so you can learn how to work on it yourself. An intermediate motorcycle rider might also own some more specialized tools. I'm thinking of stuff like a magnet on a stick to fish little bolts out of tight little nooks and crannies on your motorcycle, maybe a clean chain brush as well to get in there on that chain. They might also own a torque wrench, which we highly recommend so you can get the right specs on your bolts, and maybe even a mechanic's pick to get those little springs on your motorcycle exhaust nice and easy. The next item on today's list of things intermediate motorcyclists do that maybe some noobs should start doing is getting that front wheel up. Now, we don't condone doing mile-long dank nooners down the local street of your town. We do think that's a little excessive, and we don't think that it's necessary for you to be an intermediate rider to be able to do that. But the intermediate rider does know how to get the front wheel up a little bit and have fun with their motorcycle. The reason you want to do that is because let's say you're riding a more powerful motorcycle, you're coming off of a corner and then all of a sudden you get on the gas and the front wheel lifts. You don't want it to feel like something that you're not used to. So we recommend for intermediate riders to have the ability to be able to get that front wheel up and have some fun on their motorcycle. And the last point we'd like to make today that is the hallmark of an intermediate or an advanced level rider as opposed to the noobs is they care about interdisciplinary riding. I know that's a big word, but in our opinion, the intermediate rider is someone who cares about stepping outside of their comfort zone when it comes to bikes. Maybe they've had a street bike for a little bit and they're dabbling off-road. Maybe they've done adventure bikes and now they want to try some track days. We here at Yammie Noob think it's very important as part of learning the craft of riding and your journey as a motorcyclist to at least give other types of bikes a shot. We think that it's very important in order to develop your craft of riding because let me tell you, a Hayabusa's throttle as opposed to a Grom's throttle are worlds apart. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Remember to check out the link below to yammie.co and join the best community of motorcyclists on the internet. And because so many of you have mentioned it in the comments, here's your fact of the day. Fact! Snakes have a glottis in the lower part of their esophagus that allows them to use it as a snorkel to breathe while they swallow their prey whole. Goodbye. So my sweet little squid, this video is actually over, but lucky for you, click on this one right here. You can keep watching your sweet Papa Yam delivering you the motorcycle content you've come to know and love. Don't worry, I'll wait. I'll be here waiting for you. You're gonna click on that video.